This car has had new front discs and pads, but this car is currently displaying that the front brakes have only got 3,100 miles left on it, which is weird. Well, hello, Kev Knight's here from Vision Prestige. Thanks for coming back. The sun's still out, the weather's been amazing. Now, just very quickly, I've just got to quickly say, one, apologies for the lack of content. I haven't forgotten you, I promise, but what's more to the point, thanks for the messages asking if I'm all right, asking if I'm still alive. I'm very much still alive, but the garage has been insanely busy. Since we put that last video out about the Golf GTI Edition 30, work has gone absolutely mad, to a point that June was the best month we've ever had. And not so long ago, we already had the best months we've ever had. So June was insane, but what's even crazier, we are now on the 11th of July, and July is going to be even better. We've already done 7 for July. We're surrounded by, now just quickly, so I know I've digressed a bit, but just quickly, just so you, a little update, just so you can see, right, it's Saturday afternoon, this has just been traded in, we've done a lot of handovers today, so this has just been traded in, this has just been traded in, that Beetle has just been traded in, that was traded in late yesterday afternoon. It's absolutely insane. I haven't had a chance to put them anywhere because it's Saturday afternoon. I'm in the workshop getting a car ready because Claire is coming in tomorrow to do a handover on a car. We don't usually work Sundays, but Claire's given me the day off. It is insane, and I've got to say thanks to you. If you've bought a car off us, if you're a subscriber and you've sold us a car, thank you we can't thank you enough. And we know it's not going to last. You know, I've seen videos of car dealers that are quiet, and I feel for them, and you know, we've been quiet in the past, so we're just going to make hay whilst the sun is behind that tree. Even on, so sort of that C Coupe there is sold, the Q2 in the corner there is sold, that BM5 Series Estate is sold, which we are going to do a video on now. The Lexus NX300 is sold. It's insane. So thank you very much. Anyway, quickly moving on. So what this video is going to be about, I've had this issue the whole time that I've been selling cars, and I believe this probably impacts cars between 2010 2020, something like that. And if you've had a BMW and you've experienced this, please put it in the comments below. And if you're a car dealer, you already know what I'm talking about. But what it is, it's these cars, they've got brake pad wear sensors on them, which monitor how worn your brake pads are. Most cars have got these, that's very normal. The weird thing about BMWs, and I'm surprised I've never made a video about this before, is when these cars get older over time, even if they don't move, or they move very minimally, the mileage on the brake pad wear goes down. Even if it doesn't coincide with the mileage that the car's actually doing. Which is odd. But what's more odd is when you come to look at the brakes and it says you've got 3,000–4,000 miles left on the brakes, and you look at them and you think, it looks like there's more than that left on them. If you know where to look, and if you're a car person, if you're not a car person, you'll just take it for granted, or you'll take the word for the car that you need new brakes. But it gets even weirder. If you replace the brakes on these cars, I apologise about the dust, but if you replace the brakes on these cars and you don't replace the wear sensor, the car still thinks the brakes are knackered, even if they're brand new. And even if the wear sensor's never actually impacted or contacted the disc, so there's no wear on it, you still have to replace the sensor. Gets even weirder. If it says you've got 2,000 miles left to go, but the brakes are fine, you can replace the brake pad wear sensor and not replace the brakes. Reset the mileage on the brake pad wear, and it goes up to like 20,000 miles, which is so weird. And what's even weirder is that if that brake pad wear sensor has never contacted the disc, so it hasn't done its job yet, it still looks brand new as far as it goes, you have to replace it when you replace the brake pads, which I'm sure is normal practice and is good practice. Just seems a bit weird. Mercs don't do that. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull that car out. I'll tell you why, because this car has had, it's a lovely car, has had new front discs and pads, but this car is currently displaying that the front brakes have only got 3,100 miles left on it, which is weird. Oh, the dust. So I'm going to move all these cars, we're going to get the BMW in the workshop, and I'll see you in a minute. So when you get in here, other than my lovely knobbly knees that you'll be able to see, so what we'll do, we'll quickly power this up. Oh, you know, the door's open. So, if we quickly go down here, we'll scroll down to vehicle information, vehicle status. Let's turn that off. Right, so we'll go in here. Now, front pads there, everything's all good, everything's green, but you go in the front pads and it says front brake pads in 3,000 miles, next change due at the blah 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 blah. Tell you what I'm going to do, because it's so hard to see through these brakes. Can you see through there? Oh, can you see this? Look at the brake pad, look at the brake. There's like 13-14 mil worth of brake pad friction material there, the lining. But what I'll do, I'll quickly whip that wheel off the other side. But this is the reason that I'm getting at this, because someone's replaced the brakes on the front of this car. Obviously it looks like it's had discs and pads. Normally what you would do, I'll turn the ignition on, servicing, so that's the brake pad reminder there. Right, range 24 miles, got to put some diesel in this before it goes. We'll get rid of that. Right, so normally you press this reset button here. The reset will come up in there. Right, front brake pads, reset possible, as you can see. So we'll push that button again. Now it'll ask me if I want to reset it. Perform reset. So we'll perform a reset there. Reset in progress. Now it should say reset successful, but it doesn't. It says reset unsuccessful. Now, so it's possible, but it's unsuccessful. Now, as you can see, these brake pads really aren't very old. I mean, this, as far as, that's probably from where I've washed the car. And obviously brake discs don't like getting wet and they're not getting used. As far as the brake disc goes, there's no lip on them. They're not brand new, but that is literally just surface rust. There's no lip on there, there's no lip on there. These brake discs have not done a lot of miles at all. And the pads, I mean, them pads are new. You know, that is best part of, you know what, I'm gonna get a tape measure. There's the brake pad, there's my tape measure. I mean, what are we talking there? 13 mil worth of lining, look, 13 mil. They're new, them brake pads are new. But they're saying, this car is saying that these need to be replaced in 3,000 miles. Now the sensor, however, that does not look new. We follow that all the way around, up to here. That's a fairly good, I mean, that is not a new sensor, look, it's grubby. Look how grubby it is. I know things in wheel arches get grubby fairly quickly, but that is not a new sensor. This is the gripe that I've got. I'm sort of assuming, guessing, experience sort of tells me that I've got to put a new sensor on this to be able to reset these brakes. Should the person that replaced these brakes put a new sensor on? Yes, but if this didn't go to BMW to get these brakes fitted, say they were Merc trained, Merc sensors need to be replaced when they've hit the pad and they've done their job. But these ones want to be replaced when they've done nothing. Let's pull this out and have a look. There you go. Whew. Oh, didn't actually damage the metal clip. Now, as you can see, that wear pad sits on the brake pad like this. And it sits there like that in the back of the pad. And when the pad wears down enough, it starts contacting and wearing down this little nib here. That little nib there. It wears that down, the car starts to know that it wears that down, and when it starts wearing, it tells the car that you've got a very little amount of brake pad lining left. It's very clever. And it tells you that you need to replace your brake pads, which is pretty much what this car's doing now. Apart from the fact that that sensor hasn't been touched, as you can see. Only thing that's been touched by is my finger. That is it, but yet somehow the car's telling you we've got to replace it anyway. No, the brake pads are fine. I'll even try and show you in there, because it's not just, obviously you could be saying, yeah Kev, the outside pad could be fine, and the outside pad could be seized in the carrier, and the inside pad could be sort of on the metal. Well, so just so you know that it's not, if you can look inside there, you can see the metal bit, which is the whiter, shinier bit. You can see the brake pad, which is about 13 mils worth of lining, and then you can see the clean bit of the pad where I just took the sensor from, and then the piston. That inside pad is exactly the same as the outside pad. They're new. We'll order a sensor, fit it, and then see if we can reset it. Do you know what, right? I've just ordered a sensor, and whilst I'm waiting for that, I've just had a bit of an idea, because out of all of the years that I've been doing this, I've been moaning about this for quite a while, almost pondering as to why replacing a sensor, which has potentially got nothing wrong with it, makes any difference at all. But more to the point, I've been wondering how, hold on, I'm just gonna see if I can move this up here so you can see. It's not a, oh, the sun is bright today, it's about 30,000 degrees. So, we'll put that up there. So this is where, along here, the sensor comes along here, comes along here, comes along here, up here, in these little plastic clips, and then you put them little tags over. Now that is where that brake pad wear sensor comes in. Now, I've always wondered how these cars know that this brake pad sensor has been replaced, because it physically can't know the difference between one wire to the next unless it's so clever it can tell between sort of resistance levels of new, or I don't know. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do, right? Just whilst we're waiting for that other sensor, I'm going to disconnect that just for 5 minutes. Leave it disconnected. Then I'm going to connect it back, and we're going to see if this resets with the same original sensor put back on it. Definitely been a while now. Oh, that sun's a bit bright, isn't it? Put that under there, that's better, isn't it? Let's reconnect that up there. There you go. Now, I don't think this is going to work, but I've never tried this. And I've always wondered how the hell a car knows that it's had a new sensor on it without anything else. So, right, reset possible. Perform reset. If this works, that'll be hilarious. Reset, oh, the fuel light's come back on. Reset in progress. No way is that going to work. Reset unsuccessful, so it knows that it's the old sensor. That's clever. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go, look. It's in there, it comes out there, into that little clip round there, into a little clip there, up there, into two little more clips there, another clip there, all the way around, another clip there, and up into the little connector block there, which I'll just leave open just for a sec, but at least you can see it's got a nice new sensor on there now. So, let's try this again. Go around here. Right, let's try this again. Press that button down. Front brake pads, reset possible. Perform reset. Yes, reset in progress. Oh my god, I dropped my phone. Oh my god, I literally dropped my phone. How do I get that back up? Hold on. Can't actually believe that, I just dropped it. Hold on, rear brake, look, front brake pads, reset not possible. So that is now not possible because I just reset it and I dropped my phone. I can't believe I dropped my phone at that time. So why does that let me reset it now I've just replaced that sensor? I just don't understand it. We need to talk about this some more. But I've got a customer now coming. We'll carry on this in a mo. Well, so it just makes you wonder how many people have replaced brakes on their BMWs over the last decade that potentially didn't need to replace them. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you like what's going on, please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, drop us a comment. There's some updates coming that hopefully the short about the Edition 30 would have been out by now. So I just want to say thanks for the support. Thanks for, I mean, this is, good Lord. This is sometimes you just have to take these part exchanges. Obviously, This will this will not be a retail proposition. Neither will that. We'll go again with a Beetle though. It is a weird one, this whole YouTube malarkey. Do you know, I don't think we've put a video out for like 6 weeks. I think about it nearly every day. I think about the fact that I haven't put one out. It is clever. I mean, it makes me feel bad that I haven't put a video out, especially when you guys message me after about 3 weeks or whatever. You just start losing your subscribers, and it's just like, oh. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hit like if you like what's going on. Hit that subscribe button. Drop us a comment. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye, bye, bye.